So there's three things that I work on with moms specifically, and that's fear, overwhelm, and guilt. Those three things are three things that are going to alter your parenting in a way that you don't want. Yeah, I'll
That's
just
so
let that
good. Well, I know, let that marinate because when you said that, I was like, oh my gosh, because honestly, like when we are overwhelmed or overstimulated, we automatically go into reactionary mode. When we are fearful, we automatically get into that same mode. And when we feel guilty, and those things, we can never be creative. You cannot create in fear, overwhelm, and guilt. And if you can't create in those three things, how can you be good to yourself? How can you be good to your kids? you know? And if you're in a relationship, how can you be good to your significant other? It's impossible.
Yeah, and you just said those three things put you into reaction. And when you're in that reaction mode, you're not showing up as your best self. And it's when you're in the fight, flight, or freeze mindset, you have limited to no access to your intuition.
Oh, so
And
good.
parenting from our intuition is our superpower as moms.
Yes, it is. Look, because your intuition will give you things that you would have never thought would be there. So I have a personal story. I haven't shared this too often, but my oldest daughter, I had her, I was in college, I was 19, almost 20 when I had her. This is before my now husband and our three kids. And there would be, so she changed somewhere between elementary and middle school. My mom passed though while she was in high school. But there were changes, and when she was in high school, I would always come home, and I would just keep feeling like doom. I don't know why, but I would feel it, and I would feel like I would just go in her room and find her unalive. I just kept feeling that, and I wasn't sure why I was feeling that. And one day it was so strong, and I went in there and I said, "Baby, what's going on? How can I help you?" And she was like, "I don't want to tell you because I don't want you to cry." I said, "Baby, if I have to cry and that means I can help you, let me cry, please." And that's when she told me that she was feeling suicidal. And I believe that if I would have not listened to my intuition that day, that it would have been bad.